Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Gunners out there. Wow, what a game last night. I said 2 weeks ago, this is the 2 week trilogy against Wolves. Now, if we wanted to be serious contenders to finish in the Champions League spots, we had to win both games. I said we needed to go on a five game winning streak. We've so far won three of them. We've beaten Wolves twice. We beat Brentford at the weekend. And wow, what a win last night. You can't take it away from Arsenal. They dug in deep. They went down to an early goal to Juan. A mistake from Gabriel, which you don't normally see. I mean, short back pass from, he just didn't look. He just assumed the ball was heavy enough to get to Ramsdale, and Ramsdale could have brought him down, but you're more likely to come back and win with 10 men than 11. 11 men than 10, as we've learned from this season and the past But I was buzzing last night. Oh, mate, I've been screaming out for Nicola Pepe to have more of a role in this team all season, let alone just since African Cup of Nations. I've been, sat miserable on a bench with his hoodie up and all depressed looking. That's more like the Nicola Pepe I want to see. You see that turn? I think it was Nketiah who turned it into him, and he just swiveled 360, bang. I mean, you can't teach that, man. That's just natural ability. Like I say, if that was Mo Salah doing that, it'd be like up there for goal of a month, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? Just absolute world class. And the winner was lucky. I think it was going wide until the keeper palmed it in. Lacazette, bless him. But he deserved that luck. He earned that luck. And Arsenal deserved to win. Because Wolves were happy with a draw and Arsenal weren't. And if you're going for the Champions, if you want to be a Champions League team, you need to ride your luck. And especially when you smell blood, and Arsenal smelt it, mate. As soon as Pepe scored, they smelt. Wolves were penned in. Saying that, with a lucky couple of breaks, Neto's shot skimmed off Gabriel's knee. I mean, that was going in. And they didn't give the corner either. And Connor Cody, the foul of Ben White and all that. So people saying that things don't go for Arsenal all the time to the refs and all that's a load of bollocks. Yes, we have had some shitty decisions go against us recently, but that was a good night. That was a good night. I enjoyed it thoroughly. We need to follow it up now. Week Saturday, unfortunately, we don't play. But that just gives us time to, Watford at home. They go to Villa and win 1-0. They're a strange team. And then they get battered at home by Crystal Palace 4-1. Watford is our next destination. Watford have got hard games, man. They've got to go to Old Trafford at the weekend. Turn up for that one, Watford. No, I can't see anything but United victory, really. But you never know how inconsistent Man you have been. But I fully expect Arsenal to beat Watford. And then we go to Villa. I think we got Leicester, then Villa. I'm not quite sure. So really, and Leicester's at home. So really, I said 15 points. If we could get 18 points, a 6-game winning streak. If we can do that, then we really are in contention for fourth. Because we're going to get beat by somebody sooner or later. We've got to go away to Chelsea. We've got to go away to Spurs. Our record ain't great there. Even though we won at Chelsea last season. And I don't think Chelsea, they don't scare me. They do not scare me, Chelsea. All you Chelsea fans out there, you do not scare me. Especially with the Russians' attacks on Ukraine, sanctions, Mr. Abramovich, I'm sure. Being a Russian oligarch, I'm not sure whether he comes under any categories there, but we shall see. Let's hope so, eh? And they'll have to rely on their youth a little bit more, maybe not sell them off. Anyway, bring them back down a peg or two. But, we'll see. But I think, you don't aim for the highest Arsenal realistically can finish this season is third. And that's where we should be aiming, not fourth, third. Third. I had a few old heads saying it last night. Just a few ex-Arsenal players saying, I'm looking at fourth, I'm looking at third. Lee Dixon said it. And he's right. Back in the old days, I wouldn't be looking below me. I'd be looking above me. Who's above me? And I've been saying this for the last month. Chelsea are vulnerable. And they're gettable. If Chelsea have they're a very unconvincing victory against, they beat Lille in Champions League. That's Champions League. Premier League, they're inconsistent. And they've got a very unhappy player in Romelu Lukaku. I just don't see it. I think them, I don't know. I'm not getting into politics, Chelsea. I'm not a fan of Chelsea, so they got problems at their club that they need to address. And if they've got no money to address it with, then they are stuck. So, I said before the game, Arsenal had to win this Wolves game to convince me they could get top four. I'm still not convinced we can get top four, but it's helping. It's building me. It's building me my resistance to think yes we can, and I do think we can get it. But I just think he needs to play players like Pepe more, not bring him off the bench to save our ass. Put him in the starting lineup. Mix it up. Mix what players we've got up. Put them in different positions and see what comes up trumps. I think Pepe a little bit more. Look what he did in the box centrally last night. He was a menace, and I think Pepe centrally could he is the most natural goal scorer at the club. There's no shadow of a doubt. He's the most natural goal scorer at Arsenal at the moment. So until we bring in reinforcements in the summer. I saw a bit of Lee Judges versus Lee Gunner, and he was going, it's all right, Lee Gunner, same old dribble. It's all right, Project Youth and all that. And this is what got me. I don't even care if we do get Champions League football. So even if we get Champions League football, that's not going to be good enough for him. This guy, mate, he is unbelievable. So Champions League football not good enough for you, Lee, now? Nah? Got we lifted in the Premier League and Champions League every season, yeah? Just because we spent 150 million, because we're in, like, say, Tottenham, we're in, this time last year, we were in Tottenham's position where we needed to clear out half a squad, or almost a whole squad, but a few first teamers. Yeah? We needed to bring in fresh blood. Don't rate Tomiyasu either. Oh my God, mate. Yeah, honestly, he thinks Ben White's shit as well. It talks absolute bollocks. Well, maybe Saliba might dislodge Ben White. Who knows? Or Gabriel next season. So I'm excited to see William Saliba back, I've got to admit. See what he can do, because I think he can really make Arsenal improve at the back. And I really hope we do get Champions League, just to shut Lee Gunner up once and for all, and make some really big signings. Because our budget will start. I think we need to and establish ourselves in that top four. You know, because if Man U were to fall out of it, we need to make it as hard as possible for them to get back in it. Hard as possible. You know, who's going to go what Man United as such if they're not in the Champions League? It's not a hard sell, but it's a harder sell. They're not going to get the top players, are they? They're more likely to come to the Champions League teams. And like I said, Chelsea aren't invincible here. If Chelsea have a really bad run from here on in to the end of the season, or they have a bad month, let's say, they will be dragged in to this top 4 race. If Arsenal and United keep winning, they're going to be dragged in. So there'll be 2 places up for grabs. So that one place might not just define it yet. It might get really interesting. It depends on Arsenal and Man U's form and Chelsea's form. I personally now think West Ham, Wolves definitely, and Tottenham are out of it, mate. I know 6, 7 points, and games in hand, whatever with Tottenham, but they're not. It's just not happening for them, is it? Let's be honest. And I can see Conte walking in the summer if he's not given the funds he wants, whatever. Anyway, fantastic victory. We're 5th. We have 44 points, is it? Is it 45? 45 points. 14 games to go, is there? Something like that. We're in the driver's seat. We're evens with the bookies. We're favourites to finish in the top 4. We still have a slightly better goal difference, I think. Only by the odd goal. But that could come down to who finishes in the top 4. The goal difference. So, you know, it's important. Yeah, we are one of them teams that have one of the better goal differences in and around Man U and Arsenal. But it seems to be a straight shootout for Man U and Arsenal at the moment, unless Chelsea are dragged into it. I don't think they will be. I think they get enough wins. But they could come, if Arsenal will win all their games in hand, win at Chelsea as well, would go within a breath's hair of them, or we could overtake them. So it's going to be a tight one. So you've got the title race back on. You've certainly got a top 4 race on. And you've got a relegation scrap certainly on, with Burnley picking up 6 points out of 6. And they got a game in hand on Newcastle. Leeds are in deep shit, man, because they played 25 games and they only have, a point or 2 more. They're in trouble. I think Leeds might get down this season. I think this is second season syndrome, as they call it. Arsenal links to Rafinha. I'm not so. I'd love Rafinha at Arsenal, but I don't know. We'll see. If we're in the Champions League, we're going to need a Champions League squad of top draw players. I'd rather have Serge Gnabry back, to be honest. Anyway, this is Gunners pitch side over and out. 3 points more. Get in there. And did we celebrate hard enough last night, Ruben, Cody, and to all you Wolves fans? Swallow that pill.